Hey, what's up, dogs, at the Woody and Daffy Duck spin-off channel. Right now, me and Waluigi are ready for another movie review. And yes, it's a late movie review. Better late than never, don't you say? Yeah, we could have reviewed this earlier, but we're trying to get this over with in the spin-off channel and just make a movie review of Wonder Woman and then Spider-Man Homecoming later. Oh, okay. So for today's movie review, we're gonna do Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman! How did you get up to the ceiling? I don't know. But anyway, bye. There was no gravity. We live in Earth. Who cares? Alright! Once again, DC has made another great movie. I've been waiting for a good DC movie since The Dark Knight Rises. Because from the past few movies from the DCEU, such as Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Suicide Squad, were not really that much of a great DC movie. I mean, check the Rotten Tomatoes score. Oh boy, here comes the fanboy and critics banter again. So far, Man of Steel is only 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, while critics didn't like it. It was a Rotten Tomato. Until then, they went downhill with Batman v Superman with a 25% Rotten Tomatoes score and 63%. Oh boy, they're not gonna catch up to Marvel these days. And finally, Suicide Squad with a 25%, 61% rating. And I thought the trailers were better than the movie. But Wonder Woman, however, oh man, that movie definitely saves the DC extended universes and kick Marvel's butt. With a 92% fresh rating and a 91% from both critics and audiences. That is enough percentage that this movie is eligible to win an Oscar award for Best Picture or Great Acting, Cinematography, I don't know. Do you realize that this is our spin-off channel and you're sort of taking over our movie review? And yeah, where's Woody? He's pretty busy, but I want to do Wonder Woman since I'm a DC fan myself, and good gosh, I love this movie. Well, could you please let us talk now? It's because we're gonna talk our opinions of the movie, and maybe near by the end of the review, it might contain spoilers. So spoiler alert. Spoiler warning! Stop! Spoiler warning! Could you please just let the review Wonder Woman? Wow! Why did you do that for, Daffy? Sorry, I'm having a wonderful time reviewing Wonder Woman. That joke was cheesy. No, it's comedy gold. But anyway, this movie is really, really good. And here's the reason why. It's the same reason how I like the Lego Batman movie and the same way how I like about Logan. What is it, Waluigi? Well, these superhero movies prove that whether or not you can make any superhero genre you want. Like, for example, the Lego Batman movie, it was a parody film. Logan, it was a Western drama film. And Wonder Woman is both an origin story and a Greek mythology World War film. Yeah, you don't have to make the exact same superhero movie over and over again. You can have a unique style by creating them, and Wonder Woman does that really well. And plus, I'm not going to say any names of any other superhero films, but the most superhero movies that want to be dark. Well, there are some films that you can have some dark moments, but still have some humor, still have some heart, still have some fun, still have some good action pack. And that's why Wonder Woman is balanced. It knows when it needs to be dark, when it needs to be serious, when it needs to be fun, or hilarious, or heartwarming, or emotion. Wonder Woman balanced that. And plus, the movie is directed by a female director, Patty Jenkins, and of course, Wonder Woman, I say it's one of the best female leading superhero movies out there. Well, I just liked her in Batman v Superman, but right now, I just love her in her standalone Wonder Woman film. Especially, Wonder Woman is a beautiful woman, including the actress who plays Gal Gadot. She's a fine-looking woman. Especially in the movie, there were some men that were sort of kind of flirting with her, so that makes it more realistic and kind of funny. I can stare at you all day, not in a creepy way. Okay. But of course, the movie is really well made, especially I kind of like when Wonder Woman is, of course, not just a hero yet, but she is an Amazon princess, but she doesn't want to be like an ordinary princess, like, oh, you cannot fight this, you're just a princess. Not that Disney princess crap. Yeah, she wants to fight and go save people, and she did not do it for a reason. She's not like Batman, like he has to fight for justice just because his parents died. It's just that Wonder Woman really wants to be a hero. She wants to be a hero, she likes being a hero, and she wants to save people, and that's what makes her a great character. And the action sequences are really good with hand-to-hand combat, and it was really cool. But there's a little bit of nitpicking. Okay, I like the action scenes itself, but they show too much slow motion. Like, I pretty much like the action scene. I mean, I wasn't enjoying it in the theater, but they put in slow motion and it was way too much in the movie, so much overuse on it. Especially the humor in this movie is actually pretty hilarious, and it comes from conversation and situations. It doesn't happen in action scenes like, oh, there's a fight happening, but let's make one-liners during a fight scene. Let's make this the DC County Hour. Nope. They do it at the appropriate time. Like this scene, for example.
How can a woman possibly fight in this?
Fight? We use our principles, although I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.
Yeah, that was pretty clever. And of course, the people around Wonder Woman are really good characters. Like Wonder Woman's love interest, Steve Trevor, who's played by Chris Pine, who does an amazing job in the movie. Is because even though he is part of the German war, but he's actually a pilot spy, and of course he's going undercover, and of course he's already recognizing what is the plan, what they're trying to do to start this war. Like, they want to put some poisonous gas to kill other people. And plus, he decided to help along Wonder Woman. Well, yeah, the point is he just wants the wars to end, but sadly, that will not happen. And yeah, spoiler alert, yeah, we did saw him naked in the movie. Just not gonna lie. But it's not showing his private parts, just say it. The movie's PG-13. And of course, the supporting cast has also done a pretty good job. They have some funny one-liners, and of course, they're really helpful to Diana. Okay, yeah, Diana is actually Wonder Woman's alter ego. And do you know what surprises me? What? In the movie, they never even call her Wonder Woman. So why would you want to call her Wonder Woman if you haven't called her superhero name? Because that's the title of the movie. You do have a point. Anyway, yeah, the supporting characters are usually soldiers, and of course, they do remind me of the drunken soldiers from Captain America: The First Avenger, but this time in Wonder Woman, these soldiers were actually likable. And of course, I do like Sammy. Yeah, Sammy, the guy in the red hat. Like, of course, he can impersonate anyone. I mean, he wanted to be an actor, but he did make a speech to Diana and Steve. The reason why that he's a soldier and not an actor is because it's the color of his skin. I feel bad for him. What? Why? Remember, the movie takes place in 1917, World War I. Oh, that makes sense. Including Charlie, the guy on the right, who is also a misfit like Sammy. Like, he is a sniper, but the problem is he couldn't shoot because he has a PDST. You mean PST. Don't correct me, this is not English class, we're not in school. What's cool in the Wonder Woman movie that they show all of her powers and abilities. Like, I'm surprised that she can translate any single language. Of course, they have her sword, they have the lasso of truth. Yeah, the lasso of truth is one of my favorite weapons because it gets to let you people tell the truth when you tie someone up, and of course it glows. Even though the lasso of truth burns your body. No joke. And she can also climb up the wall. Yeah, she was climbing up the tower to get her outfit and her suit because she was ready to fight for war. And of course, it was amazing how the way she crawled up the wall. I guess he just made Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 1 really jealous. What? So, technically her mission is, of course, since when Diana was a child, her mother just told her the story about Ares, the god of war, who wants to destroy destruction through mankind, and that's why Wonder Woman is checking over and trying to search for Ares and of course end him so he won't kill humanity. And I'm surprised that the Amazonians and Wonder Woman's home place, I know it's very beautiful, but it's a lot of women. I was like, I don't see any men over there. I'm like, I'm not sexist or anything, but wow, there's no men in that island. There's mostly women. Yeah, even though Diana's mother doesn't want her to be the chosen one because she thinks that Diana is not strong enough, she thinks will be dead. But her sister, the general, of course, she does a good job training her, but you remember when in the trailers where the armies just try in and attack and shoot the other Amazon warriors? Pretty much she just had to sacrifice for Diana's life, so the general pretty much died in the first act of the movie, and she just sacrificed so Wonder Woman could live. She's a true hero, even though she only has like 20 minutes of screen time. She was a cool character. And of course, I like the fact that she only fights for love and believing in love. And I was like, wow, that's a good inspiration from a superhero. Yeah, I'm telling you, this movie is perfect. Well, yeah, this movie is great, but there's a little bit of flaws. Like what? Okay, I get it that the movie still takes place in World War I. Of course, I know that women are not supposed to be allowed in men courtrooms or voting, but I'm sort of getting tired of it. I mean, yeah, there was a courtroom scene that they had to kick her out just because she's a woman. Also, she was in disguise, especially from her looks, and yeah, she was wearing glasses, and it kind of reminds me of Christopher Reeve's Clark Kent Superman look. And plus, I see Patty Jenkins' inspiration from that old 1978 Superman movie. And plus, there was one scene, well, actually, it was a pretty funny scene where Diana was about to go through these doors. And it did remind me of that Christopher Reeve Superman scene where he's trying to get through the door, but I still say it was pretty funny. Yeah, that was cool, but can we just talk about the final act of the movie? Okay, I pretty much love everything of the movie except the final act, as in the final battle. Well, there's one scene that was good, but mostly I didn't like it. Well, why you didn't like it? Because I am sick and tired of these movies. What do you mean? Well, usually in superhero movies, I've seen it in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I've seen it with Wonder Woman. This is the idea like, hey, I'm your ally, I'm your friend, but secretly I'm the villain. And they done it with Wonder Woman with Ares, the god of war. Yes, once again, in every single third act, CGI, big budget, explosions, all of that. But I'm still having this one complaint about hiding the secrets from a villain. Since Ares is in disguise as a human on Earth, I thought it would be Ludendorff, General Ludendorff. Because, I mean, he did a lot of sinister things, a lot of evil things, especially he might be the leader and the general of all this army from planting these smoke bombs with Dr. Poison. Yeah, I was thinking of that too. I thought he was the villain, but it's not Ludendorff. Yup, I was surprised it was not him. Who was it again? Come on, I'll tell you who is Ares in disguise. It's the frickin' German secretary with the Monopoly mustache, and I'm helping you funding your business. Ooh. And I was like, seriously, you have to choose this guy for over Ares? And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm not trying to disrespect the filmmakers, but that was not a good casting choice as Ares. I would have preferred Jason Momoa as Ares, but too bad he's playing Aquaman. And I also prefer The Rock to play Ares, but too bad he's playing Black Adam. It's just that, why? Just why? Okay, calm down, Daffy. It's not the filmmaker's fault. Technically it is. They chose that actor to play as Ares. And he looks nothing like the original Ares from the comics or the DC TV animation. I mean, here is the original Ares from the DC comics and the DC animated shows. And here's Ares from the actual movie, and it still shows his British mustache. But I do have to say one good thing about that scene when Steve Trevor was about to go on that plane, but Wonder Woman could not understand what he was saying since the explosion just made her hearing aids off. But Steve Trevor was giving her one last speech just because he loves Wonder Woman so much. He decided to fly off from the airplane, and his final word says, like, I can save today, you can save the world. Like, and of course, he just died for Wonder Woman so she could just go on and saving the world. So, he sacrificed himself on an airplane full of bombs until then it exploded, and then he was dead. Oh no, Steve Trevor was a really good character and I really miss him so much. Yeah, that sacrifice scene was appropriate and it was beautiful. But still, yeah, I recommend go seeing Wonder Woman. And what do you guys think of the movie? From a rating from 1 to 10, I would say 9.2 out of 10. It was a great DC movie since The Dark Knight. So yeah, I pretty much enjoyed the movie too. Well, of course, that's the end of our movie review, and we'll probably might be back next week for Spider-Man Homecoming movie review, and then we'll do, I don't know, maybe another Grumpy video or a Yoshi and Toad Bros video that Big Mario Fan 100 requested. Well, thank you all for watching, and that's all, folks. Bye. Goodbye, everybody. Better buy me some movie tickets or I'll sue you. Who are you talking to? Don't mind me, Bugs. Bye.